Hello, nice to meet you. Welcome. It's a very good thing to release yourself from being bothered, from things bothering you psychologically. Okay, I'm talking about psychological things, and in this case, I want to share with you my perspective on fake people, whatever that means, right? Whatever that means. Oh, look, Christmas tree, big Christmas tree. I feel like crossing the street illegally here. How is that called? Jail walk? Let's just do it. Anyways, yeah, fake people. I used to be really bothered about fake people, right? People that are they're always pretending to be somebody, always have an image instead of showing who they are. They're always showing you an image of how they want people to see them. Okay, and we call that fake people, right? Which kind of goes hand in hand, I guess, with being superficial, right? Because if you are very worried about your image, then you are worried about the surface, like how people perceive you and so on. And I used to be upset about that, and I'm gonna tell you how I'm not upset about it anymore, and why it's such a good thing. This pizzeria is kind of new. Looks very good. I haven't tried it yet, but looks good. Anyways, yeah, so the way that I did it was the psychological way that it changed for me was to realize there's nothing wrong with fake people. And there's nothing wrong with it because they are already telling you who they are. So it's a good thing that they are already telling you who they are. That way you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to read their minds. You don't have to ignore the clear signs that they are giving you. So for example, say you are, I'm going to say a man, just because I'm a man, so I'm going to talk as a man. Okay, say you are a man and you meet a woman that you like, but she's very superficial. Okay. There is no need for you to try to make her a different person, okay? You can make peace with the fact that she's telling you already that she is interested on superficial things. And then you have to decide for yourself if you want to get involved with that. Because some people might want that, okay? Some people might want to get involved in superficial relationships because they're not ready to have like a real vulnerable, real relationship or a commitment. And it's just the truth. Not everybody's ready for that. Not everybody is family material or marriage material or, husband material or wife material. It is just the truth. Not everybody is ready for that. In fact, I think a lot of people are not ready for that. They get into that and then they realize, oh my goodness, I'm actually not ready for that. So in that case, in this particular specific example, okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is an example, it's very specific. Then if you meet a person that you like, for example, and this person is superficial and they enjoy being superficial, then that's a blessing for you because they're already telling you, hey, this is what I care about. So you don't have to lie to yourself and say that person is different. You can just tell yourself, okay, this person is superficial. That's what they want to experience in their life, at least at this point in their life. And then you decide for yourself if you want to get involved with that or not. And it's that simple. The beauty of this is that you don't have to read people's mind. You don't have to try to figure them out. You can just let them tell you who they are, by the things they do. It's very important. It's not just what they say, it's the things they do. The actions that we take are who we are. Because I can talk all day long about something and then take an action that is opposite to what I'm talking about. So then then who am I, right? The person talking or the actions that I'm making. So you pay attention to the actions that people make, that people do, and then that tells you who they are. And then it's easy. Then you can figure out what you want to get involved with. Sometimes I have met people that are just really, really, really deep. Really deep. I don't know if there is a too deep. There is a way to be too deep, But yeah, sometimes I have met people that are very deep, and they can have a moment without going all in, all deep into whatever, And sometimes it happens with comedy. I have met people that are very literal, It's almost like the way their brain works. They're very, very literal people. So for them, sense of humor is odd, Sometimes you say a joke or you hear a joke or whatever it is, and they kind of just question what's happening because they're being too literal, And it's an interesting thing because comedy, comedy, it takes a different. It's not just being intelligent, okay? Being funny is not just being intelligent. A lot of people are intelligent. It doesn't mean they're funny, right? So comedy takes like a different thing, for your brain to kick in and to get the joke, right? So as a comedian, for example, if you're a good comedian, you have that. You can make people laugh, But also as the audience, they also have to be open for comedy, right? So what I'm trying to say is the way that I found peace with people being very real, very literal, or very metaphorical, or fake, or whatever, is by just allowing them to be exactly who they want to be. So I don't have to change them. I don't have to worry about it. It's easier because now I know, I like this or I don't like this. Do I want to get involved with this? Do I want to have this person in my life? Can we be friends? Can we be more than friends? Whatever it is, right? And it's great. It's great. This is one thing that I did for myself, psychologically, just to release that stress and not to be worried about if there are fake people. There's a lot of fake people out there. Let them be fake. It's fine. When you meet somebody that is fake, it's not a problem for you. It's a problem for them. Because eventually they will have to actually be authentic. They might just not be ready for that yet. So it's never a problem for you. See what I mean? When you meet a person that is a thief or a liar, it's not a problem for you. It's a problem for them. They are the liars. They are the thief. You see the point of view, like how to think about it, so you can just be okay with some people are just like that. That's where the consciousness is at, okay? And I can tell you it is all about consciousness because 20 years ago, my consciousness was very different than today. I was eating fast food, I was smoking cigarettes, it was horrible. I was smoking pot too. Can't do that anymore. But yeah, it's just nice to understand where people are when it comes to their own consciousness and awareness, and just let them be. Okay, not everybody is at your level. There's always going to be people that are. It's not really like a higher or lower level, but let's just say different levels. Okay, there are some people that are going to be in levels that you already been through and already, master experiences, And there's also people that are going to be in levels that you haven't actually even been there yet. You haven't even reached, you haven't even imagined, you haven't experienced. So there's always somebody that knows more than you, and there's always somebody that knows less than you. And that's kind of how everything works, There's so many things that I don't know. But I am here in the world with this Christmas tree in the back, exploring it. And now I'm sharing my thoughts and my ideas because, I want to find out, where are you? What are you doing? What kind of stuff are you thinking about? What have you realized about yourself and the world? So, yeah, it's a good way to make peace with all of that. Okay, let people be exactly who they want to be. They want to be authentic, let them be authentic. That's great. They want to be fake, let them be fake. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Just the only question is, what do you want in your life? What kind of stuff you want in your life? And that's it. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it short. See you in the next one.